Hey everybody, it's me Artie. Hope you're doing good. Cheers. Ooh. You know, Shiner, like sponsored the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. I used to hate Shiner, even though it's from Austin. I like it now. Okay, so I'm gonna review Slugs from 1988. So, Slugs kind of like Inseminoid. I remember. I don't know if I think they just showed it on cable, or my friend rented it. And we watched it, and I remember liking it. And even remember some parts scared me. But I think I've only seen it once, and it was kind of one of those movies that it disappeared. At least for me. And it's also a movie kind of like The Nest and the Dead Pit that I remember at the video store or just seen, and then never again. But I know I liked it at the time. So now it's on Amazon Prime, and Amazon Prime is weird for me because I like to have physical copies. And have you seen the cover for Slugs? Like the VHS, it had like a girl's head. I can never tell like if she's laying on the floor, like in the bathtub, in a tub, not a tub, like a stall, or her head's up against the tiles of the wall and the slugs coming out. It's an okay cover, but if you see the cover now and the cover for the book, it's really cool. It's like the skull, like the slugs are eating the flesh and the face is screaming. If you've seen that, it looks really cool. So I watched it again today, and I thought it was really good. I never realized that it was directed by the same guy, J.P. Simon. I'm not going to try to say his name in Spanish, but he directed Pieces, Pod People, but it's called Extraterrestrial Visitor, but it's Pod People. But he also directed The Rift, which Rift is pretty good too. So he did some good movies, and Slugs is up there too. I mean, watching it again. Oh yeah. Also, it's based on a novel written by Sean Hudson, who I haven't read Slugs. I have read one of his books called Erebus, and that was really good. He really likes the like creatures, bugs, slimy critters. He has a book like Relics, Spawn, Breeding Ground 2, which is like Slugs. Breeding Ground, which is like Slugs 2. So that's really cool that it's based on like a lurid 80s horror novel. And then so the beginning is weird. Like you just see water, and then there's like this guy and a girl on the boat. They're just hanging out. And the girl, I don't know who she is, but she was hot. And like she pulls her pants down, and you see her in her panties. And then she turned around and took her shirt off, and I was like, God damn, she's cute. And she has a smoking hot little bod on her. And she's just about to take her top off when her boyfriend, like, the slugs pull him into the water. And he's, like, thrashing around and he gets pulled and all this blood comes up. Then the movie starts. And, I guess the slugs are real because they're big and black and nasty looking. And I was like, they gotta be real. Or they gotta be real. They were gross looking. And then there's two guys. One's I can't remember what he is, but his name's Mike Brady, and his friend is like a sanitation supervisor. They're okay. They're not really. They're just there. They're not really that likable or cool. It's not like. They're not like Ash from Evil Dead or Reggie from Phantasms, or just like Van Damme likable. They're just kind of serving in the roles. I'm trying to think of other actors, that are not. Let's see who else. Like someone from like obscure horror movie that just is or like Ted Raimi. You know, someone that just you kind of like. They're just kind of, but they're okay. But the gore is pretty awesome. There's some disgusting stuff like. They look like worms. They're worms. I can't remember if there's a slug baby. I don't think there's like slug babies, but the worms like shoot out of this guy's eyeballs. You see a corpse and blood just like, gushing out of the hole. There's some scenes that were. I was like, I can kind of see how it's from the director of Pieces and Pot People. This guy's in his greenhouse and he gets a slug in his glove. And he can't get the glove off and like he's thrashing. It's almost like slapstick. Knocks his chemical over. He knocks his shelf over. He tries to hack his hand off with like a little hatchet. I'll just try to squash my hand. I wouldn't try to cut it off. But it's not really fast moving. It has kind of has like a mid pace, and it's just slugs. They're not gonna jump on you. But there's another part where this guy's in a sewer, and he's like pulling dead animals out of a sewer hole, and he's down in the sewer, but there's like a hole in the wall, the pipe, and he's pulling out dead animals, and that was gross. And then the tool that he's using, it gets pulled out of his hands by the slugs. I was like, how do they pull stuff? I thought about that. I remember the first time, I didn't think about that, but yeah, they can pull stuff. And then there's another part where like a guy touches a slug, and it's like a big finger, and the slug bites it. I think that looks cool. I've heard people make fun of that. I thought that looked pretty cool. I know it's fake, but I thought it looked pretty cool. So, you know, and then it's like a lot of other infestation creatures. They figure out a way to stop them, and then they just, you know, spray a chemical or a liquid, and they all die. And it wasn't too exciting. There were some good explosions at the end, but I don't know. I liked it. It's a good like Friday night, late night movie. I would watch it again, but it's on Amazon Prime, so I want a physical copy, either VHS or like a Blu-ray, DVD. But yeah, I haven't seen it since it came out. I don't think I ever saw it in between. There's a part where like this couple are in bed. I remember that scared me when I first saw it. It's like the girl's on the floor like screaming, and there's like slugs in her, like they already ate her eye out real quick, and she's crying and screaming. She's totally naked and covered in blood and slugs. I was like, man, that must have been fun. So if you haven't seen Slugs, check it out. If you have Amazon Prime, or I would say if you like these movies, I would say buy it even for like if it's like close to 20, like if there's a cool Blu-ray or the VHS, I would get it because it's a good gore movie. It's just it's kind of weird too. Some good lines. So that's it. Slugs. Check it out.